So this video is a very special video for me. This is my 500th video on YouTube. I posted on the socials, what should I do for my 500th video? And a lot of you said I should just kind of explain what I went through in YouTube, kind of my timeline, what I learned and things like that. So I'm going to share that in this video. For those of you who are interested in my YouTube journey, this is going to be it. I'm going to tell you how I started, what I learned, what I earned as being a YouTube, how much I've earned up to this point, and the things that I'm gonna do in the future. So lots to see in this video, especially if you're interested in YouTube, so you don't want to miss this. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm going to talk about my YouTube journey. First, let's talk about how I started. I think I started like everybody else, just very nervous to get on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see that I actually started 7 years ago in 2016, May 16, 2016, I believe it says on there. And at that point, I didn't know what to post on YouTube. So I posted 2 videos that are not there right now because they didn't really talk about Detour Shirts as you know it today. So I was putting together, it doesn't even make sense now, but I kind of tried to do a Star Wars story with t-shirts. That was my first video. And not showing my face or anything, just showing clips of t-shirts, trying to do the Star Wars story. It was terrible. It took me hours to make, 4 hours to make, and it was only like a 2-minute video or something like that, very short. I had to read a script because I was very nervous of speaking into the camera and things like that, and it wasn't Detour Shirts, it was just a video about t-shirts. The next video I think I did was about Angry Birds, which was really popular at the time. I thought if I got Angry Birds with t-shirts, I could get lots of views, and guess what? Nothing happened. So I took a big break from 2016 to 2019. So in 2019, May of 2019, I got a little more serious and did 19 videos. So I kept doing video after video thinking this time it's going to work, this time. And I actually, got some really good videos in there. I still was very shy about showing my face. So if you go back to those videos, you'll notice I don't use my face. I'm not talking to the camera, and I'm actually reading from a script. So I wrote everything down because I didn't want to talk to the camera. I didn't want to make any mistakes, and I wrote everything down, and it actually sounds like I'm reading it. So I put different things in front of the screen. It was just pictures and words and not my face. So I actually stayed with it a while, but again I stopped because it was getting too hard. It didn't work with my schedule. So that's when I stopped again. So that would be my second break. I picked it up again later in November of 2019, and I thought this time I'm gonna do it. So I only ended up doing 7 more videos, and these are the videos right here. And again, I still didn't show my face. I was too shy to show my face, and I had good topics, but it wasn't anything like today, where I'm talking to the camera and sharing what I learned. And so that stretch only lasted till December of 2019, and I took another break. And so those are 3 breaks in, and then what happened was the pandemic hit, and a lot of you stayed home like I did and worked from home, and this is when I thought I have to do something. And a lot of you did that as well. So in 2020, I started again, and I never looked back. I started doing videos again. I still didn't put my face on it. I still was kind of reading the script. Not until later did I put my face in the video. And so here's the first one that I did by putting my face on camera. Hey guys, this is Juno with Detour Shirts, the channel all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. So you can see in that early video, I just used a phone. That's all I had was a phone, and I put it up like this and I recorded. That was my first recording on YouTube for my face. And then I finally decided to use a camera on a computer, and that was this one right here. I recorded a lot of my videos with this iMac right here where I had the camera. I was just using the camera on there and using iMovie to put everything together, and it kind of looked like this. Hey everyone, this is Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm going to show you how I take one design and use it to do 300. So I don't want to show you clips from all my videos, but you can see I leveled up from a phone, and then we had this iMac here, and eventually I got a new camera. I'm using this Logitech right here. This is a webcam. I have a bigger monitor, so I'm on a different computer here than that one, and I have lights over here and here. I'll show you, I'll take a snapshot of my setup right now. It's this right here. And you can see I do have the Canon back there, which I was thinking of using, but I've never used it yet. But I could use it to do some shots. If you want to see a video with that Canon, let me know in the comments. I haven't used it much. I think I used it twice in my career on here, but it's just a lot easier to just sit here. Oh, and I have a mic here. So sound and lighting are big upgrades when you're doing YouTube. You don't have to start that way. You can see I started just with a phone, but as I got more and more videos, I started adding more and more lights and stuff. And I used to do everything on iMovie, and so now I do everything on Final Cut Pro. On Final Cut Pro, you can have multiple layers. There's just so many other things that you can do on there that's just a lot better. So another upgrade in the software when you're doing YouTube. So in this part of the video, I want to talk about what I've learned so far being on YouTube through all these 500 videos. And I want this to be really helpful for those that are starting off on YouTube and wanting to do YouTube. So I'm going to break it down into 3 questions. So these are the 3 questions I think most people have being on YouTube or starting a YouTube channel. And that is finding the time. How do you find the right time? How do I grow my audience growth, and how do I just get started? And so I think I answered the last one first. You saw that just getting started is just put up something. Just go on there, even if you have a iPhone, even if you just have an iMac like this, just get started, start recording. You don't have to start using your face, just put up videos and get into the habit of making videos. And I think that's how someone gets started. And I would say start with something that you know. So in my case, I started with what I knew, and that is how to design and sell t-shirts online, which I was doing on Instagram already. And so that was an easy transfer over to YouTube. I would say find a niche, a sub niche. Don't try and make a video for everyone in the world. Niche down on something that you really like and do that. So that I kind of did that in reverse order, but number 3, how to get started, is just to start. Put something out there and learn as you go. So the next thing is finding the time. So you notice that I quit 3 times, and a lot of that was because I couldn't find the time for it to work. And luckily the pandemic helped me because I was able to work from home, and the transition from going from home to recording a video was a lot easier than having to drive all the way back half an hour and then trying to record, and it just took a lot more time. And I was also under the mindset that I was going to do this. So what really helped was making a schedule. So in the beginning, I don't know if you remember this, but I had what was called Tuesday Trends. And so I made sure every Tuesday I put out a trend video, and then I tried to make sure that some of the other days I made sure that I put out a video. Now that really worked and got me into the rhythm of creating videos every week on every day. And so at times I would stay up very late, sometimes till midnight or later, to make sure that I get that video out on Tuesday. So that kind of put me in the mode of making sure that it has to get done. And then as I built that habit, I found the time. Of course, you're going to have to get rid of TV shows and get rid of some other things that take up a lot of time. But if you put this as a priority, you'll find the time to do it, even if you have to stay up late to do it. And finding time doesn't get easier. I still have a 9 to 5, so I still get up really early, 5:30 in the morning, do as much as I can, and after work as much as I can, and over again. Weekends are great because Saturdays usually is a day that I can use to catch up on things and record more videos and things like that. And lastly, let's talk about audience growth. So audience growth is really important. I know a lot of people on YouTube look at the subscriber count and think, I need to grow my audience, I need to get bigger and bigger. One thing that really helps me in the beginning, everybody starts at 0, first of all, and it's really hard. But one thing that really helped me, I think gave me a boost, was that in 2018 I started Instagram, and I started giving value on Instagram. What I mean is I knew my audience. My audience was people who love to design and sell t-shirts online, and I just started giving tips. And every week I had a schedule as well on Instagram, and every day I posted something that could be helpful for that audience. And so I just transitioned that to YouTube. So when I moved to YouTube and a lot of my audience on Instagram, I think at the time I had over 10,000 followers on Instagram, they all kind of migrated over, or I think a lot of them migrated over to YouTube, and I got a lot of followers really quickly. But I think the idea of giving value, making sure you know who your audience is first. So that was really easy for me because I knew my audience were people who designed and sell t-shirts online, or who want to do that or learn to do that. So because I'm that person. I do that for a living. I knew what kinds of things they would want. So it was easy for me to give value because I knew what kinds of questions I had starting up. And so that's what you do, is you find an audience that you know about and just give them value over and over. And as that audience knows about you and learns about you, I think your audience will grow and grow. They'll tell their friends who are doing the same thing, and word gets around. And as long as you keep giving value and giving valuable content, I think your audience will grow and grow and grow. Now, everybody grows at a different rate, and I can only tell you what my audience is at right now. So right now my audience is about 83,000 subscribers, so just a little over that, just past that recently. And that's, I don't know if that's typical, but that's for me and that's for this genre. So your genre, your audience might grow a little bit different depending on how it is. I've been very lucky to have subscribers that like what I'm doing, and I think what helps is to listen to subscribers. So one thing that I've done in the beginning, and I still do today, is to answer all my comments, my YouTube comments, either with thanks, or if there's a question, I try to answer the question. Even if I don't know the answer to the question, I say, I don't know the answer to this question, but this is where you can find it, or ask in the group. I think having that kind of level with your subscribers, with your audience, and kind of back and forth, and know that they really care, I think that goes a long way to help your growth, your audience growth, and listening to them. They have a lot of good ideas, and so you can use those ideas to make more videos that they want to hear and want to see. So the next thing I want to share is how much I make on YouTube, how much I made so far on YouTube since I got monetized. So to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers, which I got pretty quickly because of Instagram. And the next thing was, I think, 4,000 hours of watch time, and that took a long time. I probably didn't get monetized until later that year in 2020, or maybe 2021, I can't remember. We'll have to go look. So let's go look on YouTube. I can show you exactly when that started and then how much I made from then till now. So here we are on YouTube. You can see these are my channel analytics, and this is my estimated revenue for my lifetime. So since I started in 2016, you can see I didn't get monetized till about September. So you can see September 2020, that was my third round. It's a good thing I didn't stop again, right? Because from June to September, I kept doing videos, and September is when I actually got monetized, and you can see it went up and up and up and up until now. So 56,000. Typically I get paid about 2,000 a month. You can see these are my last few earnings right here. And you can come in here and see last 90 days. There you go. So daily, like that. So pretty good. I don't think it's anything miraculous or anything huge like you see some of the other YouTubers, but it is, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice extra thing. It's more than I make on a lot of my print-on-demand stuff. So definitely makes more than Redbubble and more than TeePublic for me from month to month. So the last thing I wanted to share with you on this video is my future plans. What am I going to do for the future of this channel? Well, I'm going to continue to watch the data, whatever seems to be doing a lot better, whatever you guys are saying you want to see more of, whatever I read in the comments, I'm going to try and do more of those, more tutorials. I've heard a lot of people say they want to have more tutorials, either on Affinity Designer or other platforms. They want to learn how to design better. I'm going to show you how to do that on t-shirts. I'm also going to show you some like longer tutorials on how to start a Shopify store, or how to start on Zazzle, you know, from the beginning for those kinds of things. I also want to do more interviews. I know I've done some of those in the past and I haven't done them this year yet, but there are a lot of designers that I want to still do interviews with. If you know any of them, let me know in the comments. I would love to do some interviews with more designers. I love to learn from them. I've had a lot of good interviews in the past, and I love doing those things because I learn from those as well as you do. So it's a great one to do. So that's my future plans. I have no plans of stopping. I'm gonna keep doing this. I may go full-time in the future, and when I do, I'm planning on doing more videos per week. Right now I still have a 9 to 5, which makes it really hard to do videos more than 3 times a week and do print on demand and do daily designs and all those kinds of things. It makes it really tough on time management. But if I do decide to do YouTube full-time, hopefully in the future I will do more videos during the week. So there you go, everything's that led up to my 500th video, all of my journey, my YouTube journey. I wanted to put this together for those of you that are starting YouTube or thinking about starting YouTube. You can do it. I wanted to show you that these are the things that I did and you can follow those along. Have your own YouTube journey. Of course, mine's going to be different from yours and you may not grow as fast, or you may grow faster than I have. And you may have a different audience. Just make sure to give value to your audience. I think that's the biggest takeaway, is to find an audience and serve them and give them the things that they want to know about, and I think you will grow over time. Just keep plugging away more and more videos until you get 500 videos in. You'll learn a lot from those first 500 videos, and I hope to learn a lot more in my next 500 videos. I still need to learn a lot more about editing. I currently do everything myself, so I may have to get an editing team or grow that way. It'd be exciting to see where this goes. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see my very first video that I did, I'll put a link to that right here. You can see how bad it was and how I didn't show my face and where you can start and what to expect when you start a video. Thanks again for watching, and as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.